Welcome here to the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club, where we're seeing the prelim final in the Men's State League between Brighton Bombers and the Woodville Warriors. My name's Peter Greenhalgh, soon to be joined shortly by Tony Watts, and we're bringing this to you live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And the teams have just lined up. I think we're running a bit ahead of schedule here. I've been told Chief Official Rick Smithson's watch is running 5 minutes fast, so that's the excuse we've been given. But here we go. We're about to go down for the first face-off. Both of these teams, Brighton losing to Glenelg last week in the first semi, and Woodville beating Sturt in the second semi. So both of these teams find themselves here in this preliminary final position. Winner will play Glenelg for the grand final and go in the running to be the 2025 Men's State League Premiers. But before we do that, we've got to get this game underway. And Jackson Stock going up against Dan Feleppa. And just got a legal procedure there. So Stock will start with the ball. That's a win to him. Gets it over to Fuss. Down to Carter. Carter to Pike. Just moving the ball around well is Brighton. That's Will Dallisson. Back to Stock. Fuss. Just getting nice and wide is Brighton. Expect someone to cut through the crease shortly as they get the ball round to X. Sitting down there with Will Dallisson, who had a great tournament in Korea earlier. Jackson Stock likes his matchup, has a go, takes the drive, can't beat his man. Bad pass to Ed Pike, but he keeps control of it. Great ground ball by Pike. Pike's now having a go on his defender. Lewis King has the shot. The flag has gone sky high by Rick Smithson. The call is a hold, and that will be on number 5 for Woodville, Lewis King. So he will sit in the bench for a 30-second technical penalty, and Brighton will see the first man-up opportunity. Ball starting behind, bottom left with Anson Carter. Carter up to Dallisson. Dallisson across to, that is Fuss. Still moving the ball really well. Woodford to Dallisson. Woodford finds Carter loose on the bottom corner. The ground is very bouncy, and that ball has bounced almost all the way to the Pines Hockey Stadium. About to be brought in though. Pike gets it up top to Fuss. Fuss to Dallisson. Dallisson might like this one. No, they've just held it up. And great defence there by Woodville. Being able to hold out this Bombers man-up attack. Again, the Bombers go really wide here. Woodford with the ball. Gets it down to Pike. Pike down to Fuss. Matt Fuss. Carter playing a bit of two-man at X. Carter gets it back to Fuss. Fuss has got the short stick, likes it. Goes left, goes right, goes back left, goes back right. Finds a cutter in the middle, it's Dallisson. But great save by Feleppa. Dallisson's gone around the back, the BTB. And young Liam Feleppa was all over that one. Sees one shot and one save. 2 shots, 1 save, 1 miss. Slow clear. Slow clear. Ball still with Feleppa, just walking it up. Just walking it up. Not a lot of movement. Liam Feleppa goes by himself. He could be offside there. I think he was. But getting the ball across. Yeah, he just went over there. Needed someone to stay back, but was under a fair bit of pressure, so that's all he had. Unfortunately, Bombers are coming down now, back on a transition play. Very dangerous in transition is Brighton. They have been for many years. Fuss with the ball. Gets it back down to Carter. Carter to Fuss. Mitch Fuss. Dallisson up the top to Hamish Mathwin. Matt Fuss. They're just moving the ball around. They haven't really done much attacking. They've done a fair bit of this get the ball around. Ed Pike now taking on his short stick defender. Gets his hands free. Shot goes wide. And, oh, they've called it a green ball there. Back up, just going a bit wide. No backup, rather. And number 24, Zach Clothier with the ball. Brings it in, gets it to Liam Feleppa. Can't hold on to the clear. Bit of a loose ball push there, but play on. Sean Feleppa now with the ball. And Woodville now will get an opportunity to slow things down. They haven't had much of the ball now. And Brighton just seeing all of the attacking play at this point in time. But Woodville now get to have some settled play. Getting the ball around. Feleppa gets it up the top to Walsh. Walsh to Walsh. Ollie Walsh now with the ball. Has a bit of a go, puts a bit of pressure on the long pole, gets the ball back, can't handle it. Ball's loose in the middle. Big swing, and that's taken the stick out of young Walsh's hand. Ball loose now. There's a bit of a play coming up with Feleppa. Feleppa getting the ground ball in the end, but a big contested ground ball there and a big pre-check there as we welcome Tony Watts to the game. Thank you, Tony, for turning up.
Well, it is a Saturday night, Pete, and I had my high heels on and getting ready, but I realised there was a game on as well. It might have started even early tonight.
It did,
someone got their watch wrong.
Not to worry.
But, yeah, where are we? 0-0, and they were in good hands, Pete, with Pete Greenhouse in the house.
Big shot there. That's a shot up from the top by Anthony Green. Too good is Chippy Barker in the cage. He sees the first shot and the first save of the game for the Bombers.
And Fussy will bring the ball down into offence there to Carter. Finds Pike. Pike looks on the bottom corner. And Hamish Mathwin just loses his feet and keeps the stick well, though. Looks back in there to Carter. And Carter flies through the air and puts one away as he dives across the crease. Anson Carter. And I reckon he's bought his own aircraft, mate. Bit of Air Carter there. Great hold here.
He's a really good showman, Anson Carter, but better than that, his skills are phenomenal. He's been one of the country's best players for many years, even playing Australian box lacrosse recently. But that move you might have seen on the box court by Carter. But no, he's having a great season, and like a fine wine, he's just getting better with age.
Well, he certainly was there and came across as ball hits the deck, and needs to be won here. And just hacking there is Attenborough. But Brighton win the ball and take it down to offence to Carter again. Pete, it's a beautiful night area at North Adelaide.
It's very warm. Had to take my jumper off. I was prepared for, as soon as that sun to go down, I was prepared for a bit of cold weather. But no, it's beautiful. It's just like Korea, mate.
Well, only without the humidity, I think, Pete. But yeah, and the girls and guys doing a great job for Australia over there, and you must be a very happy father and mother sitting behind me.
Yeah, no, we've had a very good week or a couple of weeks over there, and yeah, the girls, some of the kids are even playing tonight here in these teams, as Pike has a shot, just sprays it a bit wide, but got the back up, so no harm done. Yeah, a couple of the kids from both of these teams, I'm pretty sure, young Matt Banjak for the Warriors was the captain of the under-16 Aussie team, as Woodford takes his player on, Feleppa, but Feleppa too good. Carter with the ball now.
And ball comes up here to Attenborough. And Attenborough, he will fire the ball over there to Pike. And this is the man for me, Will Dallisson. He had a very good game for the last one. And he had opportunities against Glenelg, because Woodford, this is what Woodford does. He just draws players and looks inside, and that one's up and over. But Anson Carter again on the board.
Yeah, Carter's got 2 shots so far with the 1 goal, but you expect to see him get a lot more shots off. But Brighton do this really well. They have a go at the defence, but there's lots of movement in the middle, and when they drive with their eyes up and find the free man, as Pike likes to have a shot. Can't quite get his hands free, though.
Watch this. Watch Dallisson in the middle here if he can get there. He tried a little BTB, but that side time. Last week, Carter came around that bottom corner twice. Once he tried to hit Dallisson coming through the crease as Pike gets the ball up here, and that's the one flicked through. Ball hits the ground, and he couldn't take it. The second one he did take, but just couldn't put it away. So look for that tonight. There used to be Anson Carter and Tom Freeman. Tom Freeman not there. I think he's found a new buddy out there, Pete.
Tom?
As Tom Perkins comes up the top. Yeah, they're just working in unison, Carter and
Gotcha.
Dallisson.
Yes. Yeah, well, Dallisson's one of the up-and-coming youngsters. His first year out of juniors and really making a name for himself. And you can see him here just driving around the top on his left. Goes back onto his right, no problem. Hands free, shoots! Just goes a bit high that time.
Good slide there from Lewis King to come off his man to try and get on the hands. But as Will Dallisson now goes to get a sub out there. And Lewis King playing some good defence there.
Yeah, Woodville have all been playing really good defence so far. They've only got held Brighton to 1 so far, but Brighton have had 7 shots.
So Fuss rolls the ball back to Attenborough. Good in the hands there, and a great body on the outer side there. As picked up and tiptoeing the line there, and gets out of that Attenborough.
So that defender there, that is Matt Banjack. He was the under-16 captain for Australia last week and did a fantastic job. And you can see why he was in that team. He's a solid unit, and as a long pole defender, it's really hard to get past him, even these experienced Brighton players.
Good work there from Feleppa, and he will bring and carry the ball back the other way. They don't have numbers as Brighton get down. Good work there from Perkins, but Feleppa did a lot of that over in the under-20s as just settles it down here. And now Wood has the ball. Good to see Dill back playing some offence and back in this senior side.
I think the Walsh boys here just having a couple of passes together, they're going to be really big in this game as well if Woodville are to be competitive with this Brighton team. And as I say that, Harry Walsh goes, takes his player on, gets free, has the shot, but just puts it wide again. Not troubling the keeper, but Woodville with the backup. Probably
with that left-hander there coming down that right-hand or left-hand pipe, he probably needed to release that, Pete, as he on the first attempt. The second one, by the time he shot it, he had no angle whatsoever. As Walsh, again, the Ollie variety, looks to get the ball down, rolls around. That's the one. Nice inside roll, gets on his left, now right, and good save there from Barker again, and ball comes out the other way. As good there from Parrish, but Chippy will have to clear this one, Pete. Oh, just throws it to the ground. That could have been dangerous. But Brighton again, now they'll look to set this slow clear. So Matty Fuss is on the outer here, but coming up the middle there with Jackson Stock, and he doesn't mind being an offensive player now, does Jacko?
Yeah, I think his days of being a Fogo, if they ever existed, are gone. He's a scoring threat. And that's a big shot by Fuss, Matt Fuss. Just got his hands free. I think you're going to have to shoot on top of Liam here. He's too good in the cage, Liam. For those long shots, you're going to really have to make him move.
Again, 2 left-handed keepers, mate. You don't often see that in a contest. Oh, great flick up, and now ball to be won. Stock using his body. Oh, just crowbars the helmet off of, and that's going to have to be stopped for loose equipment. As Dan Feleppa will put the helmet back on. And the official there just asks the player if he's okay. Just a body contact there, and the helmet came off. Mightn't have been done up well enough there from Dan Feleppa.
A lot of these young kids don't even, they might as well not have chin straps, Tony. The helmets come off way too easy, some of these lads.
So ball comes up the top now, and Brighton in another offensive set. Stock has his man over there in Carter. Carter down the back. Good ball movement here from Brighton. Out to Dallisson. Dallisson looks to swing. They'll look to drive from the top here on the shorty. Looking to get a quick slide here. It needs to go harder than that, though. And now he rolls back inside. One thing about that dodge from that top, if you go hard, oh, good inside look, and a little shovel there from Ed Pike. Great look down the bottom, though, there from Stock to Pike.
Yeah, that driving through the short sticks, which is very smart. And then they're really driving but not really looking to score. They are looking for the players to move off the ball. Brighton are a really good team, and as you see the replay here, you can see Ed just backdoored Lewis King there, and Lewis was well back. Probably Pike had enough time to actually stand up and shoot that one properly, but end result is a goal for Brighton.
So 2-0 the way of Brighton at the moment. Just starting to get some momentum on the scoreboard. At a Ward called here. That's going the way of Woodville. So Feleppa, again, he played a lot of midi D over in South Korea and found himself in the offense a few times, but yeah, he wouldn't have played that much offense in the last month and a half. So, but this man certainly has. Just didn't really light up the cage over there, and he was playing a role player and trying to bring others in, Walsh.
Yep.
He was on the back of a call constantly. There was an outback call, which I don't know what that was, one of their plays, but every time he touched it, outback was called. And ball heads down the back now. Back to Walsh and back up to Ollie Walsh.
Yeah, these two boys are going to see a lot of the ball as the ball ends with Dylan Wood. No, gets it down low to Green. Green likes his chances against the short stick, drives to the right-hand side, gets it high to Ollie. Walsh settles it back down, gets it back down to X, and finds Harry Walsh now. Or the pass is dangerous. Ball's loose now. You don't want to be loose. Harry's done a great job, though, to keep that in his stick area, and he's found himself with a ground ball.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm having Harry Walsh in my slip cordon in cricket this year. Because if he can take a ball like that... and a flag. Look at the flag height there. Who was that, Ricky? He knows.
Oh, and another one.
He knows Shane's not out here. Looks inside. Good inside look there to his brother in Ollie. But 2 flags coming here on the same person, is it?
So I think one will be a hold. No, 2 slashes.
2 slashes.
There you go. Yeah, same person. And Woodville now 2 minutes of extra man play.
So 6 on 5 here, Woodville, as they send their power play team out. Dan Feleppa just walks out nonchalantly here. I'm not used to him with a black helmet just quietly. I don't remember him when I was coaching him having a black helmet. It just looks a little different. But
probably was about 12 months old, so he needed a new one. I think a lot of the young fellas are like that these days.
So they're in a 1-3-2 here. And now looking to rotate on a bottom corner. Walsh looks to fire. Oh, that's come off a stick of Chippy there. Good work and good wear. Oh, nice pick-up. Scrap goal there from Anthony Green. Just, that sends me back, Pete. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there's a guy I used to play against who was really good at those sorts of goals. So what you see here, you see a big shot by Harry Walsh. So it wasn't a bad shot, bounced it off the ground, and Green just doing enough to...
Great work there. That's very smart from Feleppa, Dan Feleppa. Just didn't give up the contest. Chippy didn't have control of it. He flicks it back up into the crease, and Scrap Man, well, you got to have one of them, don't you?
You do. So that brings the game to 2-1. Woodville are doing a really good job. Brighton's had a lot of possession, but Woodville being able to hold them up, and then finally, it wasn't the prettiest of goals, but doing enough to get that one.
And this is, great work there from Inge. Could almost get a hold there, but not to be. Pike comes up, ball is there, and play on. Love it. Oh, that was a bit high. Flag coming here as Zach has let that one go and just lets Steve Lambert know all about it. And we're going to have a penalty coming here, and I reckon that's a cross-check there. And that'll be a major penalty right in front of us, Pete.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, wasn't it, Tony? The guy was going down for the ground ball, and he got a stick right up his back. One of those ones that just slides up, and you feel every...
Some people call that a massage, Pete. But they're sick. They are, those people. So, so a timeout here called by Woodville. And that was on possession of that ball. So they want to get their team out as Zach goes and picks his flag up. Ricky's winning the flag height tonight, just quietly.
Yeah, he is. He had another one down to the left of screen, and it was sky high, I called it.
Yeah, it's... and these lights just starting to really take effect here as well. as we've got the grandstand up to our left, Pete. Again, look at the likely lads sitting up the back of the grandstand there, eh? They've got a week off and they've just decided that you know what, we're in corporate box style up here. And Haskett, and who we got up there? Bartlett and Hutto Rob. So just resting up there in the back end. I wonder whether they paid any extra for those seats tonight.
Good addition. Trav Renshaw would have had something to do with that. He does a great job in the event management space, Travis.
I actually did some work for Trav the other day.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
We'll
Great man,
we'll
Mr. Renshaw. So, power play. Now they're 6-on-4. So, they're going to have, as the ball in that is going to be quarter time. And that's why they were holding it up. They will start with possession in the start of the second quarter. And they will be 6-4 on the field, only a goal down if they can, and that's where just that timeout there, right, makes a big difference, because if you'd held that timeout, you would have had 2 for the second quarter. They score early in it, they stop the penalties, and you have another opportunity. So anyway, they still will be a 6-on-4, Pete, and a good start to the first quarter.
Yeah, and just on that timeout, really good just to settle the play and let the boys know the score or the situation. One of those penalties was a 1 minute and a 1 minute, so it's not just the 1 minute of penalty that they're saving there. They've got over a minute of extra man play.
Yep.
So they really want to make the most of it. But yeah, great work. You see on the replay there, that was the first goal of the game.
Yeah, Carter just landing.
Dive.
So
and this one was the Ed Pike.
Look at the pass there. Just getting caught behind there was Lewis King, and the 2 5s love a bit of synergy with the numbers, Pete.
That's it. And this was the scrappy goal by Anthony Green.
I don't know whether I missed a tink there or whether that one actually came off the keeper. I'm going to give it to Chippy.
Yeah, of course.
And I tell you what, you could almost ride some of these mosquitoes out here at the moment.
They're
North
quite
Adelaide.
big, aren't they?
I
Not
might
bad.
take some home and put a bridle on them. They're got a little bit of size about them.
So at 2-1, Brighton's way, with Woodville with possession and some extra man, we're going to see, I think Woodville will get a goal here. I think they'll tie the game up. They haven't been bad in the face-off. No one's really dominating. I've got Stock down for 1 win and Inge with 2. So,
well, the key to this game, for me, and Glenelg did it really well last week, you've got to go at least 50-50 with Jackson Stock. If you don't, you're going to lose more games than you win. Last week, it was 15-10 the way of Glenelg. They were actually 30% up in the face-off, and they won by 7 goals, or 6 goals, 7 goals. If Inge can go with the Stock tonight, and he can go around that 50-40%, they're not getting first use. So,
so Woodville, Feleppa to Feleppa.
And I'm going Dan Feleppa for the score here. There's my early call. So Sean Feleppa, back to Dan Feleppa, over to Walsh. Walsh looks to step in, finds down the back there to Wood. Wood, nice inside roll there, and just dispossessed, and now they will have to clear it. But there's pressure coming, and good down the back there with Will Inglis. Finds his man, and that's a good man to have it in the fuss to fuss.
Just great composure to have 2 guys pressuring you, but to back off and look up to find his man in his brother.
Well, this ball should not come out here, and it's going to, because they've put 3 pressure on rather than 2 pressure. So only 1 in the box now. So, but Matty Fuss, well, he is a machine, and he's just as likely to go all the way here, Fuss. Looks to step inside and decides now to pull it out after the coach is an even. So no damage done on the scoreboard with that 4 on 6.
Great work by Brighton to keep Woodville scoreless there. Woodville had all the momentum coming into this quarter, but the experienced Brighton team, I think, just keeping their heads cool and doing what they need to do. As Stock takes on the short stick defender, can't get through, gets it back down to Carter, gets it across to, who is that one?
That is Mathwin. And Mathwin just, there's a penalty coming. And keep walking, they say, Mr. Dan Feleppa. That is after the goal, so they're not going to go back to a face-off here. They will start with the ball, and an illegal body called there on Dan Feleppa, and probably not what you need. Just watch here. This is well after the play and just goes bang. But Hamish Mathwin, he'll get up. He's a box player.
Yeah, and I mean, that's all well and good that he gets up, but it's just a bit of a brain fade from a young player. Really needed to, cop that one on the chin. Obviously, his team hasn't been good enough on that occasion, but he's dropped a guy about 5 seconds after he scored a goal. It's just stupid.
Which once upon a time, Pete, in lacrosse, happened a lot.
It did.
And we've got a whistle here, and we've got an illegal procedure on Brighton. Oh, so they've turned the ball over. So that is a good break for Woodville. And now a flag as more flags. And there's a... So Feleppa and just tries to fire the ball backwards. And a lot of whistles going on here. Illegal procedure again for an interference call.
Is that playing the ball being too close?
Yeah, too close. So that's only a 30-second penalty. But what it does do is he's even in 5-on-5.
Yeah, great work
and
by
Brighton, have they got... No, they got enough out there. I've just had to count then, Pete. I thought they might have had too many out there.
Just one of those, again, a bit of a brain fade. Some illegal procedures happen, which has allowed Woodville the ball, and a bit of a waste there by Brighton. And Woodville now with the opportunity to kill the penalty that they've got.
So Sean Feleppa just trying to take some time out of the penalty.
I can't imagine they're not too far apart, though, because one was a 30, one was a 1 minute. So
yeah, and I reckon Dan was probably on the bench for at least, I'll say 15, 20 seconds. And that one's been released. I think Dan will be released very shortly. And Sean, he will run this ball all day. He will. He'll just try and do party tricks up the top. And here comes the man. And they can go here. Oh, good work there from Inglis. So no damage done either way. And
Woodville have been threatening to be one of those clubs, one of those teams that has been, up to push the big two. And they're really, the extra year that they've had with some of these young superstars they've got in their team is really showing here. As you see, Sean Feleppa getting good look in the middle to I think it was Walsh.
Yeah, it was Walsh in the middle, and now it comes out. Ball hits the ground. Ball to be won. Coming through there is King. King just puts his body on the line. Great work, and then Feleppa picks it up, and King. Their flag comes as well, as there was an interference call, little Twizzler, and there might be a push here as well. I tell you what, flags are flying high in the night sky.
How we love that. We love seeing those.
I thought it was only the showgrounds that had fireworks tonight, but I'm seeing all these yellow flashes up in the sky. And let's have a look here. We've got a 30-second hold. And not happy with that, sitting. So and this is the question I ask, right? And it must, unless there was 30 seconds on that, 3 flags from 3 officials, they can't all be watching the play.
Right, yeah, okay, I see where you're going with that. So, well, they've clearly all called the same thing because only one man sitting on the bench, unless he got multiple fouls.
Well, he could have, and that's the only thing I can think at the moment. So we'll have a look to see how long he has on his penalty. But they need to capitalise on some of these, Woodville, because they've had their opportunities. Looks inside, just can't take the ball. Gets a big cross-check there too, across the back. It gets up a little bit sore there. I reckon that's Anthony Green, who's just getting up a little tenderly.
So again, Woodville not able to capitalise on an extra man opportunity, and we see the ball back down with Brighton.
So they are man down at the moment in their offensive end, so they can push the ball if they want. And it must have been 2 30-second penalties because that man is sitting, so it was just on the same man. And they're just going to run out this penalty if they can stock.
Yeah, Woodville aren't real keen to push out on that ball carrier.
And there it goes, released, and that is Attenborough. So Attenborough, well, he did that last week too. Got in some foul trouble, not for lots of fouls, but just, I tell you what. He's in no trouble there, going down left and then rolling back right and popping it past him, Pete.
I think when the replay comes up, you'll see him take the drive, roll back onto his preferred right hand, and he just drops his shoulder, which drops Liam, the keeper, and he puts it up past his shoulder. No, didn't really drop the
high.
shoulder, yeah. So Liam's clearly expecting the ball to be bounced towards him, but not on that occasion. He just put it past his left earlobe. And
just on Riley Attenborough again. Did some time in the penalty box. He said, sorry, team, how about I put this one away? And we will, as Inge wins this one again from an illegal procedure. Harry Walsh, he is the game winner for me. Back up the top, looks to Wood. And Wood just has such a, he has a sweet shot, Dylan Wood. Just doesn't use it enough for me. Even when I was out with Schick's coaching Woodville, there were times when you just wanted him to be unselfish.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, a lot of the time you ask players not to be selfish.
That's a step in.
Jeez, the seas parted there for Gottwald, and he just couldn't quite put it in. But, yeah, you do ask players to be unselfish, but then you do get the odd occasion where you just want players to put the ball in the bloody net.
Yep. And there was a big opportunity there. It's rolled around, but who's going to light this spark for Woodville at the moment? 4-1 down. They're getting, it's not going against them. They're just not being able to put it in the back of the cage. And if they can really light the fire, I could see Woodville actually putting some quick scores on here because they have the ability to do that. Good match up here. The 1 against the 1-1. And one of them won't win.
A good step by Gottwald.
Box player, I believe. I believe he'd never played field lacrosse.
Is this their import,
I believe so, yes. And he'd never played field lacrosse, only box lacrosse.
Okay.
And nice from, looks inside and just couldn't take it there. Oh, little flick up shot there. Scrapman was in the middle again. And that was Dan Feleppa, has it sailed up and over the cage. And they're saying that it's gone the way of Brighton. All right, so an opportunity here. Looks up. Oh, just misses the man. Needs to get up. A good work there from Dallisson. Ball to be won. And great work there, but he's going to get a loose ball push on that side. Yeah, just came in late on that other side. I thought there might have been a push the other way on Walsh initially.
Thinking, yeah.
But
good work.
One with a little bit more intent there.
Good work by Dallisson just to keep that ball alive as well.
So, ball up here with Perkins. Perkins, as his man comes on there in Attenborough, and they've set a really wide set again here, Brighton. They want Woodville to slide from out really wide.
Yeah, they've done this all game, Brighton. Just opened up the space in the middle and found the short stick, as they have done on this occasion. Moved the ball, a lot of good ball movement off the ball, rather.
Just need to push him over, and that's over and back. And that'll be an illegal procedure. Good body there from Dan. Give it to the shorty. No, Zach, give it to the shorty. So that was good pressure. You know what? Did everything right. Didn't get in his back. Got in the side and just pushed him over the halfway line.
Yep, smart to use that centre line as an extra player, as I say.
Now they need to capitalise on this, though. You know, these offensive opportunities are going to dry up, and it puts so much pressure on the defence if you're not putting balls in the back of the net the other way.
Yeah, 100%.
So Walsh, these two would have seen a looks inside. Good inside. Great fake there from
Feleppa.
My man Dan Feleppa. I did say, Pete, I thought he was going to be the next scorer.
Yeah, and
might be 10 minutes after I said that, but
you don't normally see Brighton slide so early, but if you watch this on the replay, the slide comes from the crease way early, and Dan Feleppa's just crying out for the ball.
Oh, miles off him. What was he doing?
There's either a slide that wasn't expected, or there's not enough communication in the defence there. But
again,
he was.
Tom Polden got stuck in the mud there.
Yeah.
His player back, and this is what I say, Dan Feleppa, really smart young player. as he came off him, he just created some more space and
Yeah.
one-on-one. That's a good one for Woodville, but Stock, he will win the ball out of offence, or middle, I should say, and get them into offence. So Dallisson down to Carter, and Carter, they set this wide set again. They look and love the cutting game of Brighton when they get it going.
Just the off-ball movement is really hard to play against, and when they open it up like this, the defence just have to go so far.
Well, that slide just can't get there most times, and that's what they're hoping right now. So a 4-2 ball game with about 5.5 to go as a fire, and that one's just gone to the right-hand side. Hamish Mathwin there, already with 1 goal for the evening, and a bit of a late hit on that one. As that's going to go, and Matty Fuss does that right or left, and that is, you've just got to put yourself there, and that is an experienced Australian Sharks player who finds here, watch this on the replay, Pete, just beats his man, it might have been almost a little ward there, but just pops it down to the hip.
I don't think Liam was expecting that. Obviously, he's come around on his offhand there, on his left hand, and Liam sort of come off his post as if he was expecting the pass to go across the crease, but Matt just put that straight past his hip, and great goal.
So 5-2 ball game. All the, as we say, the Glenelg guys are up to our left, all watching this. They're going to see who they will play next week. Good work there from Jack Inge, and wins the ball out. So going at a fair rate of knots there. Good check, though. Ball comes out, finds his man there in Inglis, and Inglis now will get some pressure there from Walsh. Fires the ball over here to Polden. Polden now gets chased down here by Green as Green looks to come over and just finds, that could be a slash straight across the back. And ball on the bottom corner is missed. And Sean Feleppa, you will sit down for a 1-minute slash.
It just frustrates me, and I'm sure it frustrates the coaches, that these young boys are such skilled players, and they do so many good things. But every now and then they just have a brain snap, and that was one of those occasions, wasn't it? You could see it a mile away.
But you saw Tommy Polden did a great job there coming out of defence, and he's actually made Sean miss him initially. So, but if he'd used the body better as he came across the halfway line and turned him backwards rather than trying to dispossess him, he wouldn't have got past him. That flag wouldn't have happened.
That's right. So Brighton with the extra man opportunity, playing a bit of a 3-3 here. Just getting that movement out of the middle.
Great look
bottom
on the
right,
bottom corner.
Just opened up, and
Ed Pike.
And Ed Pike sneaks around and just puts that one down low. Beautiful movement. They're just so smart. You watch Ed Pike, he's like, he just has a look, and there's just so much space, and as his defender walks off, he's just slots himself in the crease. He's just such a smart player, Ed Pike.
Yeah, that defence there really sucked that defender out to the extremities of that zone then. And Pike, well, I'll tell you what, if he play Monopoly, mate, he's put 3 houses and a hotel on the land he had there to put that ball away. And Stock again wins the ball out. Just tosses it back into an area where Pike can come and pick it up again. And now has Fuss down to the back corner. So Brighton just starting to eke this score out here, Pete. And now Dallisson. Oh, you can't let him free his hands from there.
Oh, so beautiful.
You cannot let him free his hands from there, Pete.
No, Dallisson, he's one of those players, one of those up-and-coming superstars of the game where just you give him enough space and he has got the shot on him to put it past most keepers. And on this case, he's just gone the old low to low there and found enough space between the pipe and Liam Feleppa's foot to find the back of the net.
I'll say good splits there from Liam Feleppa as well, mate. If I got down like that, I'd never get back up.
Better him than me. And that's Will's first goal of the game, but I'd expect a couple more from him as Stock and Feleppa go at it again. Stock on this occasion, comes up with the ball.
Yep, Ingie in the face there. Just doing a good job against Stock. What is the face-off stats at the moment,
I've got 4 all.
Okay, so going 50-50, which is where you want to be.
Yep. Certainly Brighton haven't had any domination in that space.
Just pump the crease there. This could work, though. If the ball's picked up, ball to be won. Need to pick it up, and they can utilise the pace here. Oh, you've got to be careful to keep the hands together there. As ball and a flag is down, that'll be a push call, and now they will have a man-up opportunity. So good work coming down there from Sean Feleppa. Got him for a cross-check. Fair enough. Hands weren't together.
Yep.
And right on that was the official. I thought it might have been a push, but I did see the hands well apart. So they're going to have a 1 minute power play here, Pete. They need a score.
They need to score. They've had a lot of opportunities to score on this power play, and they haven't done so yet. So really, they've only got that one. I know there's a couple of goals, but really they need to be capitalising on this.
So
on this
1-3-2 into a 3-3 into a 1-3-2. Now back up the top into a 1-4-1. So ball needs to move quicker. If you're in a 1-4-1, the ball needs to move quicker. Fires up and over there from Dylan Wood. And again, the only way you beat if you're in a 1-4-1 and you beat this like this man up is to move that ball quicker, because there is no one who can guard two players on the crease. And you need to get the passes up too. Just otherwise you're going to turn the ball over. Ball comes out.
And Fuss
will tiptoe. Oh, a little back flick. Could work here as Dallisson runs onto it. Great pick up from Will Dallisson. And now...
No, that's all right. Yeah, as Carter has the ball, gets it back to Dallisson, has the shot, but Feleppa just too good there.
And that's going to be out and going the way. Good work there from Dan Feleppa, though, to try and be first on. I don't mind the Superman dive.
What I was going to say, Tone, was really smart from Fuss. He was tiptoeing the back line there, and if you're in that position, you can't see anything. I don't mind the old hoik right up the field.
As far as you can go.
They've got to bring the ball back if they get it.
Well, the defenders then are always all looking up the field, so it's okay. You know, it's when you throw that back into the crease, which a lot of players do, to no one. And now they look to settle it down. So 1:30 plus some change to go in the second term. We've got Brighton 7-2 on the Australian Lacrosse Network here in the preliminary final for the men's, and the women's are coming up later. It'll be a Woodville-Glenelg game in that one, Pete, and you're going to stick around for that as well, mate. It's great to have the team back.
Yeah. Looking forward to that game. The women's matches have been so close throughout the year. That game could go either way.
Well, Woodville will want to have to come out and as it runs through the pick there, steps up and over. Woodville will have to come out the gates a bit better than they did last week, mate. They were 8-3 down at halftime against Burnside and came back and won the game 10-9.
Yeah, we watched that game in Korea, some of us. My daughter Hannah has been playing for Burnside, and she knocked on Leah Litchfield's door and said, "Leah, Burnside's winning," and promptly had the door closed in her face.
Oh, there you go. Did Leah go and knock on her door later?
I didn't get to that.
Didn't get to that point?
But it's probably the response I would have expected, even though they're away being teammates.
Yep.
They still had an eye on what was happening back home. So Brighton just calling a timeout here. Probably wouldn't mind getting a late goal, I would think. There's a minute to go. You've got a timeout. Why not use it? And, you'd want to probably use the whole minute, I think. They haven't been dominating the face-off, so use the whole minute.
Yeah.
Try and get a late goal and go into the half.
Well, if you go in
break.
6 up, you're probably looking at booking a spot, although, half a game of lacrosse to go. But it's just the offense at the moment for Woodville that they haven't been able to penetrate. And the ones that they have been off of, there was a scrap goal down here for one of them. And the other one was a transition goal where the defender slid too early and opened up the backside. Yeah. They haven't had as such a 6-on-6 goal that's been worked in their offense.
No, they haven't been able to put much past the keeper. And Chippy's, when he has been troubled, he's been good enough to make the good stops too. So Brighton really just dominating that end of the field. Well,
he was good last week, the Chipster, but just the weight of shots that came from Glenelg last week. And are we looking at another Brighton-Glenelg grand final, which has been a little bit of the same for the last 10 years. There's been a splattering of different people going into those games, but certainly
predominantly those two clubs have certainly had domination at that end of the lacrosse season.
Well, the North Eagles were the last team to win a flag that wasn't Brighton or Glenelg, and we're currently at the home of North Adelaide. So, unfortunately, they don't have a state league team anymore.
No. Pike just finding some room on that bottom right-hand corner, but putting it wide. Back up, had by Will Dallisson. Will Dallisson now bringing the ball in. Pike at X.
And they'll look to just come off here. They'll pop out. They're playing this sort of I formation. There's Carter. Carter cannot. Yeah, I was going to say, ready for the little BTB pass here or something special. He'll look at it. So 9 seconds to go. They need to get a shot off here as Attenborough does, fires, and they need to go the whole way here. Walsh with an opportunity. Ball to be won, but not going to be able to get it in the stick with anyone. And that will round us out to half-time. A 7-2 lead here, the way of Brighton over Woodville. You are on the Australian Lacrosse Network. You are with Mr. Peter Greenhouse and myself, Tony Watts. And it's great to have you on board. And what about some goal scorers, Pete, for the first half?
We'll start with the Woodville team. We've had Dan Feleppa with that goal where he was naked in the crease, and Greeny with the... Anthony Green getting that scrap down the other end of the field. But for Brighton, we've had Attenborough, Riley with 1, Ed Pike with 2, Hamish Mathwin with 1, Matt Fuss with 1, Carter with 1, Dallisson with 1. And that just is testament to how good this Brighton team is. They've won multiple goal scorer out of 7, and that's Ed Pike. All of the rest of the players are just with single digits. So.
All right, well, we might have a quick break here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We'll be back for second half action here in this prelim final between Woodville and Brighton very, very shortly. See you then. And back here for three-quarter, well, the third quarter, I should say. It's not three-quarter time action. It's a third quarter. I'll get my English right, Pete. Ball back into the centre, and these two men going up against it again. Stock up against Inge. Both memorial medalists, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Both probably the last two memorial medalists, I think.
They are indeed. Amazing when you're in front of the officials. Oh, that's just too easy to get past there. The one number 5 is doing a number on the other number 5 at the moment here, Pete. That's the second time he has got away from Lewis King.
Yeah, a lot of space there. Again, Brighton just getting it really wide, and Ed Pike just getting enough room to take his player on easily, and puts that one top shelf past Feleppa just without any trouble.
Just needs to be playing better defence than that.
Yep, nothing against Liam Feleppa on that one. He was one-on-one, and Ed Pike's got a great shot.
You're going to stop 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10 of them.
Just needed a bit more help from the D.
But that's a quick score in the start of the third as Stock wins it again out of the middle and puts them into an offence. A little pick there, just gets run over there, does Ed Pike. And ball on the outer side. Just trying to overplay these. And another goal there. Just took the punishment there, did Will Dallisson. And the defenders just trying to do too much. They're not playing good body position at the moment.
I kind of feel like Brighton have been told to come out and put some away early. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, big whack and just chasing sticks as well. Both of those players that have been scored against have been chasing sticks, but Brighton really being a lot more aggressive at the goal now.
Yep.
Where they were happy to throw the ball around a couple of laps. Now they're just going.
They're going, well,
hang on,
room,
I'm going for
it. And Brighton sides over the last 10 to 15 years, they have the ability to put 7 or 8 goals on in a quarter and take games away from people, and that's what they've started this third quarter like at the moment, Pete. One from Dallisson, one from Pike, and as the man down the back here, Carter, well, he'll look to bring himself into play here if he gets an opportunity.
Oh.
And flag coming here for a, that'll be a slash as well. Oh, a little BTB. There's that BTB I was telling you about. That little BTB feed into the crease. And again, didn't quite come off, but he's looking for it.
And he'll pull it off too. He's really... I can't speak highly enough of Anson Carter when he's got the ball in his stick. He's just smart and got all the skill to be able to put that one wherever he needs to put it. But on this occasion, he took the one on the back and they'll go extra man.
Well, that's almost as I got educated from Mr. Teddy Jenner over in that's almost around the world, that one. He goes, you just can't call everything BTB. And I said, watch me. I said, have you heard the Australians say BTB? And everyone thinks it's quite funny. So we're going to keep it as BTB, Pete. Well, ball up the top to... Oh, and again, Brighton just doing it well at the moment. This game is about to just crack open.
I'm surprised Feleppa didn't get to this one. He probably wasn't expecting it, but Woodford was quite a way out. He's just outside or just inside.
No one came to him.
The 2-point line and.
Well, you're at that. He was probably at 14 metres when he launched that, but just can't allow players to free their hands at this. And we're going to time out here, charge to Woodville, and that's probably a really good timeout from Coach Mark Bahaja, who just doesn't like the defence at all that's being played out there at the moment.
Well, he's played a lot of defence himself as the Budge, and he will know exactly what needs to be done down there. He just needs to get his charges to follow his instruction, and I'm sure he'll pull them back into line. Yeah,
they are just starting to, like that old pair of jeans I have, just starting to unpick at the seam at the moment. And Brighton, again, that's 3 in the first 1.5 minutes of this quarter.
Yeah, and really easy goals too. You have Ed Pike taking his player on, running through a stick that's been thrown at him, finding himself, by himself in the crease. The other one, you've had Will Dallisson do almost a similar thing. and just
beat Zach with a big
through.
check and waited for the contact.
And then this one, you've got Woodford just from 14 metres, just having a shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, he heard the grandfather clock chime there because he turned back time. Did Woodford from the top.
You know what he did do is he changed the plane of the ball. He went from high to low, and a lot of younger players.
He actually shot over the shoulder too, Pete.
Yeah, he did.
Don't know what's with that, but we'll go with that. That's a good shot in my book.
They've got young Matt Banjack, the captain of the under-16 Australian team, with his long pole in the face-off against Stock. So,
well, I think, look, I mean, yeah, Inge has been beaten twice in this contest, but I would stick with him because that would be a holding call, but loose ball hold. And again, that's what you're going to create out of this. I think at least Inge creates a contest.
Yeah.
And why not let the Bulls battle?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, look, they've tried something there, but it's not the face-off that's been the problem, Pete. It's this defensive unit at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. And by putting the young 15 or 16-year-old in there, you might as well, well, you've thrown him right in the deep end, haven't you?
And a man in the box here too, so they're a man down. Oh, see that big swipe there as penalty gets released. And now they're back to even numbers. As ball comes round here to Matty Fuss. Back up to
Mitch.
His namesake in Mitch Fuss. And I saw Maz flying around here somewhere before too. So out watching the boys. And she'll be watching Hayley next week as the Brighton women actually made the grand final last week with just taking the pressure and fires, and that is class personified there from Anson Carter. Just took the heat, and then put his own heat on.
It's just classic Anson Carter, isn't it? He takes whatever throw is thrown at him, he'll just wear it and wait for that space to just open up.
But the slide, but even then, you know, the first guy gets beat and the slide comes out. I want to see him crush him.
Yes.
I don't want to see him then just play good defense.
Yeah.
You're going to turn like that away from a defender and you're going to send a slide as a defender. I want you waking up and your clothes are out of fashion.
Yeah, he just stood there and waited, didn't he?
You know, at least to go, this isn't going to happen here, and set a statement, you know, set a stake in the sand. But, yeah, the slide came and just was too good there, Anson Carter. But now, Woodville, well, they're going to have it in offence again.
Well, we've said it a lot, Tone. They really have to put some pressure on this Brighton defensive unit, because at the moment they are just being dominated at both ends of the field. So to help their defenders out, they really need to put something past Chippy, and I'd really like to see that come through probably one of the Walsh boys, I think.
Yeah, they need to create this spark. And this is a good matchup because Harry, if he goes hard, like Tom plays great breakdown defence, Tom Polden. Oh, but there you go. He just broke down then and fired to the right-hand side, and that will go the way of Woodville. But that's the pressure you've got to put on them.
100%. I'm not sure who it was, but someone got a stick there on that shot. But that was great by Harry Walsh, recognising his player fell over and taking advantage.
But if you never give it a go, how do you know it's not going to work?
Exactly.
And Brighton are doing it down the other end. And now, you know, Walsh has done it once here. The 2-14s, love it. Looks inside, comes over. That's fortuitous, but again, just up and over the bar. And no damage done. The keeper hasn't had to make a save. So ball will come in here through Dan Feleppa. Dan, down to Walsh. Walsh gets a man. A good stick in lane there. Knocked down, but won there by Green. And Green will rotate the ball back through the X position and now back to Ollie Walsh. But he's against a good defender there, and little flick back and goes off the shins of Chippy. Another save there for Clint Barker. But again, you're trying to open up a shovel shot.
Yeah.
You know, it's creating, I gather, but so ball back down the back, looks up. Oh, that's a better pass. Good save again. Just nothing going right in the offensive end, and gone through 1, 2, 3. Walsh puts more pressure on. And now another opportunity. Attenborough, he's just going to keep going if no one comes to him because he just is that sort of player. And the ball comes down to Carter now, Pete, and Pike back to Attenborough.
Here we go with Brighton, just keeping it nice and wide like they have all game. It's worked. Why would they change it?
Mathwin has the ball here, and they're wide awake to that little trick. Hey, well, the commentators are awake to it anyway, mate.
Liam was watching the ball. He knew where it was.
Yep. Saw a great one from Stone Evans for Jamaica in Korea. Didn't fool the commentator, but certainly fooled New Zealand. Oh, just not enough angle there.
Nah,
yeah, look at him. Just Sean Feleppa just telling Tom Perkins that, I'm sorry, sir, that probably isn't the shot you're looking for. But he managed to get it off and ball back in. Oh, Mathwin again, one-handed. That's a box down. That's going to be a penalty here, is it? No. As Mathwin picks himself up. And now, might have been, is that Dom Lyons out there?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I thought he said he'd retired. Just found a way to put Mathwin in the crease, but well officiated there as it didn't interact with the play.
That's a good check.
Oh, look at the little pass, though. That was sweet there by Hamish Mathwin. Just using the man, and then he found his mate there in Anson Carter. Watch this. This is box across 101. Look at that. Little one-hander inside, little backhand. That is as sweet as you're going to get a goal. And you can see the guys who do play box lacrosse.
Yeah, it was again, what I really love about these Brighton players is when they drive with their eyes up. They are watching the whole field every time they drive, and just finding Anson Carter with a metre free around him, he's going to make a score out of that every time. So great look by Hamish Mathwin there.
So just a little bit going on here in the face-off. They're both going down together, and now they get set. Almost looked like one of them was moving their stick before that occurred, but Stock this time wins it again. And now Walsh up against Stock using the official. Oh, that's just, you cannot. How is he getting free there?
Yep.
I just want to see how Matt Fush got that much space in the middle here. He's come off the wing on this left-hand side. He just comes off the wing. And we're not going to get a vision on this, but where's his defender? Trailing, and okay.
Yep.
And Lewis looked like he was...
well, he was the one chasing him. He obviously saw it, but I don't think that was his man.
His man, no.
To get.
But Matt Fuss allowed to get free, and we've got 8 minutes to go, and we're now out to an 11-goal game. So 6 at the half, now out to 11.
Well, you know what they call this quarter, Tony? They call it the championship quarter, and Brighton have won a lot of championships recently, so experience is really...
And Pike again goes past King. Oh, just unselfish there, fires, and that one's gone wide there from Carter. He had every right to just keep going there, did Ed Pike, but decided to give it down to Carter.
Yeah, well, both those players with 3 apiece.
Oh, tink, tink, tink. And that one's into the stands, and there's a free ball for anyone that wants one out there. I know they've given it back, Pete. We'd never do that, would we? If it come in the commentary box, we're keeping it.
No, I'd steal it off someone and give it to my kid.
Yep.
Like they do in the baseball in the US.
Absolutely. Or give it to someone else's kid.
Yeah.
Or just be the parent who steals it off the kids. Either or.
Big shot by Mitch Fuss there. Unfortunately, the goal, the crossbar too wide.
Just missed Woodford on the bottom corner there. Brighton have certainly put their foot on the accelerator here in this. And Pike again, just no one on him. Good save there in the crease. That ball will go the way. Oh, now a flag on the play. So what are we going to have here? A 30-second push. So that'll go on Dan Feleppa again. I don't know.
Yeah.
In the act of shooting there, he's caused momentum himself. Yeah, it did get a little touch, but I don't know. Let the boys play, I reckon, on that one. And now Woodville will end up in a power play situation. Again, got to get to these players. Oh, little BTB pass, little party trick going on here. Fuss, over to Fuss. Back the other side there to Dallisson. And Dallisson just popping it past the right-hand hip there of Liam Feleppa. And great ball movement there from Brighton. And another goal. And how many is that there? That's, what's that, 5 for the quarter?
You watch, if we get to see this replay again, Tony, you watch every single player that touched that ball, took 3 steps in and looked like they were going to goal. What that does, it makes the defence actually honour them, and they kick it on and find the next one. Someone's going to be free in the end, and that was Will Dallisson in that instance. So
a 7-0 quarter here in the third, and that's going to be a penalty here, is it?
Should be.
And we're just stopping the clocks here, and they're just going to talk about this one. I don't know what happened then. I don't think we got a replay on that one, but it almost looked like there was a cross-check on the ground there.
Yeah.
I mean, and Lacrosse, you can't touch a player when they're on the ground.
No.
So just having a chat about this. Woodville have lined up as if they're going to receive the ball. So we might see a flag thrown here. We do. Well, that's not throwing. That's
cross-check.
Yep. I'll tell you what, all over this, Pete.
Yeah, so
hey?
that was Gottwald in taking that face off. And as Jackson stopped, fell over, tripped, whatever, it doesn't matter. He's just giving him a little, how you going on the way through.
And so. Brighton win it. Tell you what, might commentate some more of this stuff if I see those things. Yeah, just Jackson getting up a little bit ginger there. And they're going to try, well, I suppose, try anything to stop the rot. But at the moment, it's a 7-0 quarter. We've still got 6 minutes to go. And Matty Fuss is firing bullets from outside 15 metres.
They're just lining up now. Everyone wants a shot.
So, still man up here. Looks for the rotate. And now they'll go again. Steps in and fires that one again there. And it is Woodford from the same spot. Tell you what, he's found his shooting spot. Watch this.
But again, everyone steps in, looks threatening, draws a player. No one came to Jack this time.
No one. And I reckon he's still got a foot mark there from the last shot he had up there. Yeah. I reckon he went out there and marked his own foot mark, and he's put his foot straight back in that mark then.
And what he did that time, last shot went straight past Liam's feet. This time he put it about, I don't know, a foot in front of the goal circle, and it bounced straight past under the top part.
Well, 8-0 quarter, and we said Brighton have the ability to do this. Well, they're showing you why. 5 minutes 46 to go still in this quarter. It is stop clock. Stock. He's recovered from that. Looks back over. Now to the bottom corner. Great ball movement. And another one for Dallisson. It is getting ugly here at the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club in this third term. That is 9 goals for the quarter. And you see here, Pete, Jackson Stock starts it all.
Jackson, he's won 10 centres now after only having 4 at half-time. And that's given Brighton the ascendancy all over the field. And to be able to pick that ball up and move it on so quickly, and then, of course, Brighton being such a great transition team, that's almost a goal every time.
Well, Dallisson was late to the scoring. He's now got 4 and probably leading them.
Yep, he is. Dallisson 4, Carter 3, Pike 3.
And so Carter was sitting on that other bottom corner wondering why Will didn't pass it over to him. But, take the shot when you have it. I say, we've both played attack, Pete.
We have.
Sometimes you've got to do it yourself, just as Jackson Stock looks to do it again. They're trying everything in this centre draw now, as Banjak then took that one. But this is the damage. They're just not getting out on hands, as the penalty is still. So still in man up here are Brighton. So another opportunity. Penalty has been released now. But if they move the ball quick enough, he's not going to get settled in time. Good inside stick. And picked up here from the keeper now. He needs to get some help here. And there's a man standing right next to him and a flag coming here for a slash. As Liam, he just needs to get rid of the ball now. And does, and finds Sean Feleppa. So what could Sean Feleppa do? Flag on the play. 2 flags on the play, actually. And you could look at the body positioning there of Polden. Just breaks down really hard. Walsh up the top, fires top shelf, and gets the crowd excited here, Harry Walsh. Penalties on the play. We'll look at what they are.
Well, so the 30-second for a hold, that's been cancelled by the goal, but there will be a 1-minute penalty to sit in the penalty chair, the sin bin. Now,
Ed Pike taking that one. Sorry, Pete.
The grandstand being very vocal there, Tony, and Harry Walsh his family has a strong history at Glenelg, and the grandstand being full of Glenelg guys, I think they're pretty happy to see their mate. They are still very good mates. Score that beautiful goal.
I see the father of Walsh's, and there's a box lacrosse move if you've ever seen one there. He's just gone, nah, get out of my way. Has got walled, and but Brighton. So Woodville get one back. Can they cause a turnover here? We've got 4 minutes 20 to go as Perkins has the ball. Man in penalty here for a minute. Oh, just goes to one knee. Gets through, does he? No, now he's drawn three. So there has to be a free man, and now asking Jack Inge to come back up and over as Sean Feleppa gets released into defence to go and do some work out here. And now they need to lock off the adjacents if they're going to do this. Carter's got too much space, and Attenborough just gets turned around, and that needs to be locked off. If you're going to send a double, you've got to lock the adjacents off, and now penalty gets released and comes back up the top. So at pace, but good work there from Sean Feleppa, but not good enough, and a little inside. That is all clear on the goal as Ed Pike sends himself into launch. And you can see here, Pete just gets the ball up top. Good work there from
Carter.
Sean Feleppa. But watch this. Just takes off in. See ya. And that's 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 points for Ed Pike. 17-3. Well, they were 7-2. That's a 10-goal quarter here by Brighton. And still 3 minutes 28 to go.
Yeah, and this is classic Brighton, isn't it? Just a lot of transition, a lot of great ball movement, a lot of, looking for the matchups. As Stock just gets his 12th win for the game.
Oh, good inside look again. A good save there from Liam Feleppa. But ball to be won here. Ball hits the deck. Who wants it the most? It is Lewis King. And now he is going to pressure down the outer side as he's still being chased here. Looks to fire. Good shot there from King. And sometimes we call that a possession shot from the defender.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Luckily, young Williams was expecting that
and back it up.
And there to get the back up. But, yeah, not a bad shot. I don't mind it.
Hey, I don't mind a defender coming down there and taking that shot if you got back up. Here we go again. So Harry Walsh with the ball. Now back up the top. Has nice inside little fake there, but good work there from Polden up against, and again just tried to make something as ball gets dispossessed. Great work out there, and now the ball looks to be just thrown up the field. Is it going to go to bounds? Oh, good work there, but great pickup. And now coming back the other way, they have numbers back inside. Looks to shoot the ball.
Does that go in?
No, it hit the back of the net. And we might have... Yep, no, gone out of bounds there. Just trying to see who shot that.
I think it was Williams had that shot.
Okay, number 25.
Yes, yep.
Williams. My old eyes peed on that side. Just now Walsh, he's a catalyst. He's already just popped one top shelf, has Harry Walsh. Now steps inside, has another opportunity and just tries to finesse that one in.
I like it though.
Yeah, but he's starting to create opportunities.
It's just a shame it's 17-3 and probably the game I would say is over. But you know I like his endeavour on the goal now.
Well, maybe if they can get another 3 in the end of this quarter with 1 minute 36 to go, and then they can come home with an 11-goal last quarter to 0, and put it in a golden goal, Pete.
Well, we know you love a golden goal, Tone. I'm thinking that's probably not going to be the case on this occasion, but hey, if it gets there, we're in for a
I'll
treat.
tell you what, if it gets there, I'm not. Yeah. Oh, again, that's the third time they've tried that little flick. And now Stock, he's got men above. So here we go. Opportunity here. Zach Parrish, he wants to get in on the act as well. Parrish open in the middle. Little one on the inside, steps inside and fires it past, and a flag is thrown on the play. A legal body there on Sean Feleppa.
Yeah, I think that was the one that happened just to the right of where we are.
Oh, and another flag. And this one could be an unsportsmanlike as he trots off. Maybe just opened his mouth a little too much. Was the speaking captain of the under-20s, but probably doesn't need to speak anymore now. So we're just, so he's already got a 1 minute slash. I suggest the next one is, as no one else is heading to the box, might be another one. So let's have a little look here. 30-second. Oh, okay. So, yeah, he's given a gobful, but there's a new 30-second penalty for that, Pete. So he's lucky to just get away with a 30.
So what do they call that, Tony? What's that call called?
We'll have to
ask the viewers
misconduct call, Pete.
Yeah. I probably, as a young fella, wouldn't have got fouled out of so many games if they had that.
If they had misconduct calls? I'll tell you what, I would have had about 12 a game, I reckon.
Yeah, but at least they're not majors.
They're not majors, so I'm not getting fouled out. So,
anyway.
yeah, they brought in that misconduct call rather than, because if someone does just lose their head slightly, and most times it is when you say the official's name because you've actually directed it at them.
Gotcha.
Look at the movement. Again, looks up. Oh, just that. Now, there is something that doesn't happen very often. Anson Carter dropped one down in the back corner, but I don't think I've ever seen Anson Carter drop a ball
but you know what
on goal line extended.
He said, oh, well, I dropped the ball and got on with it.
Yeah. So I think he was thinking he was going to push that one in. Ball comes on the outer side. Oh, look inside there and gets one from behind there. But so need to fire. Oh, that one has fired up and over.
The call is hold it. They have possession.
They have possession. So now, as time will run out here for the third term, and it is all going to be Brighton in this third term. A 10-1 third quarter. And just looking for a little bit of love down the back there as Zach just gave him one to go on with as the whistle went.
So that's the championship quarter, they call it, and Brighton have come out and absolutely smoked Woodville that quarter.
Yep.
Really, their experience is just
they bought a whole packet of cigarettes to that quarter, Pete. They didn't smoke. They were like when I got caught smoking when I was 14, I reckon. Mum made me smoke the whole packet, and I think Brighton just did the whole thing there.
Yes, they certainly put a lot past young Feleppa, and if you're watching the replays, there's a lot of good ball movement, by Brighton, but not a lot of foot movement by the Woodville defence.
As we just saw there, another one there to Woodford. This is the one where he takes on one, and this is that slide. You need to go through him. If you're going to come off that line, I'm sorry, but you know what? Take the penalty.
Yeah.
You know what? Make a statement. And just didn't get made. And then all of a sudden, that was sweet there from Hamish Mathwin to that man, Anson Carter, who little one-hander dink into the middle, and it just goes to show you a little bit of finesse. And that just ripping twine is Matt Fuss.
Yeah, beautiful low to high. Just while those replays are happening, I'll go through the goal scorers. Dan Feleppa with one, Anthony Green one, Harry Walsh with a beautiful shot for Woodville. And for the Bombers, Riley Attenborough one, Ed Pike now with 4 and 1, Hamish Mathwin with 1 and 1, Jack Woodford with 2, Matt Fuss 2 and 1, Anson Carter with 3, and Will Dallisson 4 goals. So again, they're just sharing the ball around, but the attackers are actually doing all the damage with Dallisson 4, Carter with 3, and Pike with 4 as well. A Woodville great once said to me as a young fella, 4 points a game is what you're after as an attacker, and every single one of those lads, apologies, Carter only has 3, but he's well on his
if he
way
hadn't dropped that one on the back corner, I'm suggesting that he will get 4 points before the end of the night.
so they've done their job, the Brighton attack, and then they've been backed up with some great midfielders coming through as well.
And better than that, they're going to start with the ball in offence as Woodville are in a penalty situation here. So they have an opportunity to get one early in the fourth as well. As Dallisson picks the ball up, he'll kick it up to Fuss. Fuss decides, no, there you go, we'll have it back. They'll work this left-hand side. And that gap opens up on this left-hand side just quietly there, right there. And just nails, who did he nail there? He nailed his own teammate. I'll tell you what, Carter, he mightn't get 4 points. He might be
subbed out.
He might get 3 points and a bit of a ice bath. As that one, I heard it hit. I just didn't see where it hit him.
And
maybe he's testing to see whether he's got a cup on.
Maybe.
Your teammate, that's what you want, friendly fire.
I do wonder, maybe Will Dallo might be getting a spray from Carter. Or maybe Carter he was in the wrong spot.
Well, he's just worn one there. And this is, it's not funny at all. No. But he's up and about. He'll have to come off because they've stopped play for him. And he is coming off a little gingerly. But this is where the boys just heckle you a little bit sometimes.
I reckon Andrew Dallisson there, Will's dad, was saying, come on, mate.
You've just cost him a goal.
He didn't mean it. Yeah.
He just cost him a goal, mate.
Not in his way.
What are you doing in his way?
Very, very unlucky there. We wish Anson all the best.
Looks like it might be up under a rib there.
Yes.
So, and we hope that's all right because they do break.
Yeah.
But Anson, I mean, he's been around. He's a tough hombre.
Yeah.
And just pointing to it's got him just up under the rib.
Yeah.
But the harsh thing comes with Harry Walsh just steps out and says, "Get out of my way!" Riley Attenborough. And he keeps going. As looks inside, little fake, and just looks to take the men on.
He turned the beast mode switch on then as he was coming down.
Tell you what, he just played Mario Brothers there and stepped on the mushroom and went boop boop boop, and kept going.
His old man was a decent footballer. I reckon if he was allowed to give the don't argue.
Don't argue there. He's sitting down to our right here, the great man. We'd be proud of that. Just get out of my way.
Woodville, though, they've been doing this all night. They've had a fair bit of possession, but they just cannot put the ball in the net. Really, someone needs to be stepping up. And we saw Harry, we just spoke about him. We saw him start to do that in the third quarter. But Ollie, his brother, now having a little go. But really, nothing happening with this Woodville offence.
A little inside spin. Good work there from Dan Feleppa. A highlight reel right there. Dan Feleppa sticks it in the one hand. I'll tell you what, there was a guy who just walked past here before, Jack Price, who does a little bit of that.
Yeah, this is straight from Jack Price School of Lacrosse. Dan Feleppa just beats his man.
Goes past one, little one up under. That's a highlight reel. Put that one on your story, Dan Feleppa. That's a little special, Pete.
Had his hand tangled up, couldn't get it on there to have his two-handed shot, but didn't need it. Just flick of the wrist, straight under the top shelf.
He might play that one for his brother Sean later and just show this is how you score one-handed goals.
So
ball to be won.
Good start by Woodville. Really need to keep going.
And we've got Brighton stepped over the line. No possession. So things just maybe. You just never know, Pete. We've got a 17-4 ball game. 13 goals in a quarter. That's a goal a minute from here.
Flag goes up. And Woodville can get a free shot here.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. Sean Feleppa! Says, Dan, I like what you did, but watch this one on the left hand. And Sean Feleppa lights up the top left-hand corner. And we're back to a 12-goal ball game with 12 minutes 51 to go. Anything's possible.
Really good work there from Feleppa, just finding some space, getting it into his left hand and putting that one past Chippy's left earlobe.
Stick side high.
Yes.
Just not often you beat the, mind you, where he got to.
Yeah.
So good work there from Sean Feleppa. Shows why he was in that Australian under-20 Australian side and one of the captains. ball here. Now they need to win out of the face-off again. That's a contest. Just make it a contest. But Stock says, I'm not going to make it a contest. Gives it the Twizzler. In that right hand, little Twizzler goes to the B-grade left hand and puts it past. That is all Jackson Stock there from the centre, Pete.
Yeah, he's been threatening this all game, Jackson Stock. When he gets that ball, he's so quick and just gets his hands free at the right moment and puts it past Feleppa.
Really starting to become one of those shots that is being used a lot, that right hand into the almost left-hand backhand, the B-grade left hand we used to call it. But the Twizzler, we're going to call it from now on. Nothing like a bit of twizzle.
No, we love a twizzle.
With a bit of shizzle and a dizzle. My nizzle. And ball goes back into the centre. Can he do it again here? Stock. This time just wins the ball out. That almost didn't come out the back of the stick. And here we go. So there's a man coming on here. Mathwin, if he looks up, he's still got him on the back corner. Good stick in lanes there from, I think that was Zach in there. I can smell curry behind me, I'll tell you what. It smells all right too, doesn't it, Pete?
It does. My mouth's watering, so I just...
I was going to say, if you start looking like Kathy's dog, mate, the bulldog when Mr. P, when he gets food in front of him. Oh, here we go again. So Dan Feleppa steps in, up and over, and that one's gone into the front yard. Someone's going, how do I get a ball here? Well, you've got to run after it. So Woodville with another opportunity. 18-5 is the scoreline. But we've got a contest on, Pete. Goals are starting to open up. Oh, across the face there. Nice take from Sean Feleppa. But just the angle lets him down.
It's good to see them getting some shots away, but I just wish they had done this in the second quarter.
Well, they saw what Brighton did to them, and now they look to go again. Oh, little one rotates back there. Don't mind that from Ollie Walsh. You know, the keeper's not actually ready for that. And he dropped the hands low, went low to low.
Just turned, and he does have quick hands, Ollie Walsh. So, just got his hands free enough to have that shot.
So Dan Feleppa with the ball. He's already had one highlight reel tonight. Flag on the play. And a flag height comes. Look at that. Just landed right in the middle. Feleppa. And a good save there from Barker. Another flag on the play. So there's... oh, no, that wasn't. It's a 30-second there. I saw another flag fly, but it was just the player flicking it back to Ricky. They're trying to upset us here, Pete.
Yeah, Ricky, one of those officials that was over in Korea with the under-20s. So had getting a lot of flag height there is Rick.
So an opportunity here again for Woodville. Just need to move the ball. Walsh to Feleppa, Dan to Feleppa to Sean Feleppa, down the back here to Ollie Walsh. Ollie Walsh now comes back left, looks to drive that left-hand side, and just, did he nail the defender in front of him? A bit slow to get up there is the defender, and we might have a man down here. Is that Tom Polden? He's had a history of, and that looks like a right ankle, is it? Whatever, he's gone down. I'm just looking to find, that might be Tommy Polden down there. He has had a history of, oh no, it looks like maybe it's a cramp. So, yeah, I've seen this a couple of times, Pete, in the last couple of weeks. And you just think, oh, hang on, it's a cramp, because I've had everything from knees to ankles to quads to Achilles to whatever, and then they get up and they go, oh, it's just a cramp.
Just cramp.
Right, get the pickle juice out. And,
Tom
you know, funny thing in Korea, Pete, I said last week, I actually got a cramp commentating because it was that hot. I did 3 back-to-back games, and the Jamaican trainer came over and gave me a pickle pop. It was terrible, but the cramp went really quickly.
I'm interested to know which part of your body started cramping.
The hamstring, mate.
The hamstring.
Yep. And it was, great pick-off. So here's an opportunity for Woodville. As down on the bottom corner, looks inside. Great pass. That is great ball movement there from Woodville. And great interception there from Sean Feleppa, who ends up just see here, that's not a great pass there from Steve Lambert. Good look, nice through ball, and found Dan Feleppa to finish it. And Sean Feleppa just picking pockets up on the halfway line.
I reckon Sean Feleppa, he could predict exactly what happened. He looked at both of those players and he thought, who was it? Green is on the right, and
on the bottom corner was Dan Feleppa.
Dan Feleppa, As Stocky just wins his 16th face-off for the game.
And we're going to whistle and a timeout here charged to Brighton with 10 minutes left on the clock. 18-6, so back to a 12-goal game. Now they need a goal every 42 seconds, Woodville, to send it to golden goal.
Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, Sean, he looked at both those players as he was running down, and he saw that Dan was really free, but he also saw Greeny was free as well, gave it to Green, and just the way that fast breaks happen, ended up Dan had even more
It was
space.
the right decision, wasn't it? Because then that defender had to slide over to him, which then he had a paddock on that right-hand side. 18-6 game. Brighton looking to head into a grand final next week. It'll be down at the Woodville Lacrosse Club. All the grand finals down there, and a what do they call it? The Field of Dreams, I think, at one point, because there's been a few dreams created down at Woodville this time of the year, as the fields always just seem to come up picture perfect down there.
I remember as a young kid, grand final was always a Woodville, always.
Yep.
And it just has a good atmosphere about it, Woodville, on grand final day. I really enjoy grand final day there.
Yeah, I never got to play one there, Pete.
No.
Played some finals out there, but never got to play one. In fact, the only one I got to play, I played against you. And we won't talk about that as the Brighton boys come back again. And and that was down at Brighton, to be honest.
Yep, it was.
As we see Mitch Fuss. He loves driving that pipe, does Mitch Fuss. And ball out the back, just stops on a dime there, Pike. Carter's back up and about, so good to see Anson.
Yeah, really good to see that.
Because he needs another point. That way, because you won't be wrong, Pete.
No, so it was James Inge that told me that at a training camp one time.
Yep.
Woodville great.
Look at this, though. They just all crash that crease, and now they just look for the open men. They looked a little come off, and you cannot give them too much room here, because Brighton will pass it to you with a half a foot. They really do reward it. There's Carter comes off that time to get the ball down the back, and now they open it up, match up.
Woodford's got a paddock on his right if he wanted to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think the foot race between Woodford and Feleppa, Sean, would be an even contest, but this one might be. And, so Stallcall comes on. So they've got to keep it in the third of the restraining line, or forward restraining line. And Brighton won't mind this. Comes around again. Oh, Matty, nothing on that. Sorry, that wasn't. That was Perkins that got dumped there after he tried the one-handed inside. Maybe just said, don't come in here and be a smart ass.
Yeah, it was a bit late there. Woodville probably lucky that they didn't get a turnover there. But they've done well bringing the ball back down, and hopefully we can keep seeing them attack that cage.
So ball comes down the back here to Dan Feleppa. Feleppa, good match-up down there. Up against Parrish. Feleppa, now he goes back left, now back right. These two have spent a lot of time together, as Dan being an alternate too in that under-20 Australian side. And now they start to rotate. Ball back up the top, but lost there. And good pick up, just missed him. Has Gottwald with the ball, and a flag on the play coming here. And who are we going to see that on, mate? That Matty Fuss is heading towards the goal.
Just a push.
18, is it? 1-8,
Yep.
yep. Matty Fuss, just a push. Again, 30 seconds, not a lifetime, but we've got 7 minutes 18 to go in this fourth. And it is a 12-goal ball game currently here for Brighton.
How many seconds per goal now, Tony?
I'm working that out. 12 by 7. It would be about 34 and a half seconds, Pete.
Gotcha.
I don't know whether that's right, but you can use a calculator if you want. Just trying to crash this. Rotation comes. Oh, good pressure there from Brighton. Could turn over. Well, Walsh steps up the top. Walsh, good save there from Barker. Pops off the foot and now comes the other way. Ball to be won. Little push there. Ball is on the ground and loose ball push there. Oh, a little bit going on. And Dan Feleppa is going to go and sit down here. And I reckon that might be potentially a bit more than a 1 minute penalty. And you could see the experience of Jack Woodford. He just went, dude, just relax.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't much in that, but Dan lit up. And now we're going to have, we're going to have Sean Feleppa and Dan Feleppa sitting in the box.
I do wonder whether there might be a Brighton guy find a seat as well.
I don't believe so. I'm going that the two guys that are sitting in there may be sitting in there. And now Brighton will have a 6-on-4 as they'll want to get another long stick on here as they do that now as Harry Walsh. Now they'll be assessing just what this second one was because it's the act of the aggression, and that could be a 3-minute penalty. Given that the cross-check was high. Oh, we got simultaneous penalties. 1-on-1, illegal body for 1 minute.
10,
unsportsmanlike, 1 minute. Unsportsmanlike, 1 minute.
Jack Woodford.
So Woodford's going to... Well, okay. Anyway, they were right on that. And so we've got a 1 minute penalty here for Brighton, and we've got a 1 minute and 2 1 minutes on Woodville. And you don't want to see that. I mean, there's 6 minutes to go. You're 12 goals down. You know, fight it out, but just, you know what? Yeah, keep it clean at this point.
I hear. Yeah, you're playing for pride now, aren't you? You want to narrow that gap as much as you can, and having two blokes sitting in the sin bin isn't going to help you on your way to that.
It's Carter looks to get his 4th point, and he might find it on the back corner here as well, as he just now gets that ball, looks around, steps inside. Carter, and there it is. That is number 4 for Anson Carter in a man-up situation.
Again, though, Woodville just find themselves chasing sticks, and Carter just dances around that. You know, almost got the trail check at the end, but hold him out, you know, push him out, push him down low. He's only 2 metres away from GLE, you know. You don't have to be chasing sticks, getting a turnover.
Well, he's got to come to you to score. So the overcommitment of there actually, Anson was waiting for the overcommitment of that defender to come to him. And Jack Inge, well, he's going to have a battle here. Might be a loose ball hold here. A push, and it's going gold. So he's got to get out the way, and we're going to have a... Okay, so no fast reset on that one. So another opportunity here. 5-on-4. As Dallisson has the ball. Down the back here. Carter looks to just drive that. Now they'll rotate the ball. Defense is rotated. Foots! Oh, great save there from Liam Feleppa. That has come off a knee, and that has flown. Good save from Liam Feleppa. So we're back to actually, that's odd, because I thought there was 2 1-minute penalties.
Yeah, when you said that, I wasn't sure about that, Tony, but I think it was just two.
Just
2 1-minute penalties.
2 ones. Yeah. Okay, as ball comes out, so both have released 6-on-6 ball game.
Oh, they've called that a green ball. Feleppa's come out flying from the crease, and Will Dallisson's just asking the question, really?
He's
really,
going
sir?
stop clock, so just chasing the ball, that's all. I thought they might have been going to have a conversation about that, but good work there from Liam Feleppa to get out and find the ball. But Good work there. Got Wald. And now he just runs straight back into the pressure. Oh, that's a hold. And flag caught there. 2 flags. Looks as BTB! And a push there as well.
Flags all over the place.
As Gottwald gets one, and that's brought the crowd to life. So I think we're going to have a 30-second hold here. And depends on that push whether it was after the goal or before it. So watching here, as he shot it. So they will potentially both be wiped away. Unless they upgrade that to an illegal body.
Yeah, I would be thinking no. Push. No? I got it for a push.
Well, it's a hold definitely
hold
here. So
yeah.
that's going to be wiped away. All clear. And penalties are about to be cancelled, I think, given the way that Ricky had his hands there. 1-1, penalties cancelled. And the second penalty was a push penalty cancelled, all clear. Yep. Hey, we're good at this.
We've seen a few games in our time, I think.
I think we have.
But
you just never know sometimes that they're in a different angle, whether they actually do see a bit more of an illegal body rather than a push. But yeah, that's exactly what we saw too. So
goal stands, 12 goals, the difference in the game.
Nice little BTB goal there from Gottwald, though.
It was, yeah.
And Stock, this is where he just goes, well, let's get one back quickly. Oh, it looks as Stock has the ball. And it's a beautiful night out here at North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. If you are close, the women start in about 35 minutes. And do yourself a favour, a big crowd, beautiful night. Must be about 23 degrees out here at the moment, Pete.
It's warm. I still don't need a jumper, so it's got to be at least above 20.
Get down here and watch some good women's lacrosse about to be played on this field as well. So double comes. They've sent the keeper out. Ball back up the top to Stock. Stock up against Sean Feleppa. Slide comes. Great take there. Oh, look at the one-hander. Carter just thought, well, if Dan can do it, I can do it too. Oh, look, the one hand everywhere. Who needs 2 hands on a stick in this game? As Walsh looks to fire, and he probably could have let that one ride there, Harry Walsh, given the one he had down the other end here, but no backup, and decided to play the team game. So good maturity there from Harry Walsh. He says, let's not play defence again. And now we're going to have a timeout here, are we?
Yeah.
Charge to Woodville. With 3:43 to go on the clock, Brighton are heading off to face the Glenelg Seahawks next week, unless something absolutely miraculous happens here.
Yeah, Brighton, they just killed the game in the third quarter.
Well, 10 goals to 1, that was the game, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the game, and they've just been so solid in defence. They really haven't allowed Woodville much at all. Woodville do have 7 goals, but a lot of that has really just been from Brighton's errors. Brighton haven't made too many of those, so
no. And their ball movement has been crisp.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to do that against Glenelg last week, so that creates an interesting contest coming up for the grand final. As I said, we've seen some really cracking games, Brighton and Glenelg, and I remember one down at Brighton there where Glenelg were up by about 7 at the half, and Brighton came over the top of them.
Yes.
I'm sure some of the Glenelg guys don't want to remember that,
No.
but they certainly have played out some classics. And next week will be 50-50 when they start the ball game, even though it was 7 goals last game.
I think head-to-head they're 2-1.
3-1 now.
3-1.
So Glenelg were up 2-1.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Just nailed the defender behind, but he's good enough to pick it up there in Stock. And Stock takes a punishment and says, Sean Feleppa, I'm coming through here. Great check there from Sean Feleppa. Now they have numbers again. Back in the inside. Looks to go give him another one. That could be a hold. Oh, one-hander. And a flag comes on. Oh, don't need any of that right now. As he just... Dan Feleppa being asked to just walk away here. Good work there from Harry Walsh to just do the same. You know what? There was a punch thrown there. And We're going to, I mean, look, 3 minutes to go, and you're just not really necessary. I don't know whether we got that one, and we'll just watch this here. So we've got that on the replay. So this was a little inside. There'll be a hold call here, because that was definitely a hold. Throws it there, and then all of a sudden, and well, it wasn't really a punch there from Sean Feleppa. He just pushed him away. But then Dan Feleppa coming in and remonstrating.
It's just unnecessary. It's the same two players again that did the same thing down this end. Those boys just really need to cool their heads, you know, like it's just completely unnecessary.
So there should be a 30-second hold. Look, let's work this out, Pete. There should be a 30-second hold here on Brighton.
Yep.
On Sean Feleppa, unless they're going to wipe that away. There will be a 1 minute unsportsmanlike and a 1 minute unsportsmanlike. That is all I've seen in this. Anything more than that will be probably too much, given that replay. Although, simultaneous penalties, we've got green, unsportsmanlike 2 minutes, unsportsmanlike 2 minutes.
For Stocky.
Unsportsmanlike 1 minute. So there's two. So there needs to be another person in the box here.
Did he say 18? 19.
19. Okay.
Lambert.
Oh, there you go. So, wow. Okay, so well, we got that wrong. A 2 minute unsportsmanlike on, must have been Matty Fuss.
No, I think the 2 was on Dan.
No, but there was another 2 minute unsportsmanlike penalty given the other side. And you can see Matty Fuss, or no, Jackson Stock, I think it is, just going, hang on a minute. How did I get a 2 minute penalty?
Yeah.
And then a 1 minute penalty. Yeah, anyway, Woodville will keep the ball.
Yep.
And they'll be in a 5-4 offensive set. That's not how I thought that would have played out, just quietly, mate.
I tend to agree. I apologise to Sean Feleppa because I said that he was going to get a penalty.
Well, given the replay of what we saw, and initially on first contact it looked like he punched him, but he did just push him away. Yeah. So, you know what? You let that one ride.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, what we're saying is for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds, probably not something that needs to be done. And good save there from Chippy. Ball to be one on the ground. And now we're going to have a loose ball push. And it's going the way of Woodville. So, although Glenelg are going to be sitting up in the stands here going, hey, boys, punch on. We don't care. You know what? The next 2.5 minutes, let it fly. And that one did let it fly. They won't mind seeing a little bit of love shown out there at all, just to soften them up a little for next week. And Chippy having a few words to say down there to his defence.
Yeah, it's Brighton team. They won't buy into any of that rubbish, Tony. I think that, you know, that they are an older, more experienced team. They do have some young fellas in their team, but overall, they're an older, wiser, more experienced team, and they won't buy into any of that.
Dan Feleppa's still on the bench, just going, what did I do? Well, it looks like he's doing that to his team over there. So ball back up the top as Walsh finds a little bit of the whacker cricket pitch there, and that one's just bounced up and over the cage.
Stop the clocks. We're looking for more balls.
So 2:15. I'll tell you what, if you want some free balls, just go and stand down there on a Saturday night in the darkness. Oh, no, they're giving him back. That's a great pass too, just quietly to the shoulder. Sign him up.
I think that's Lockie, my son.
Is it? Sign him up as Walsh again fires from the top and pops it down on the right knee of Clint Barker in a power play situation. Watch this one, Pete. Talk us through this.
Yeah, so Harry's just waiting there with no one coming to him. And I think, was that Ollie? Just looked at him.
Said,
what do we got to lose?
Yep.
From X to the top. And Harry's just stepped in. He's had 3 or 4 metres that he could just run in, step in.
2 and 1 for Harry tonight.
Yep, light it up.
I'll tell you, and he had the opportunity to probably let another couple fly as Attenborough takes that one. And, right on the line. Good breaks there from Harry Walsh. Tell you what, I would have probably ended up stopping behind the cage, Pete.
Yeah, Momentum
is a wonderful thing in science.
Yep. Thanks to Einstein for telling us all about that. I think it was him, or was it Isaac Newton? Anyway.
One of them had an apple. Now we all have them.
Yeah, too many. Anyway, Brighton just letting this clock run down. Really, this is all they need to do.
Oh, free net. Shot coming here. No.
Discipline. Just keep the ball. Hold it out. We've got a minute to go.
Just running circle work here. Over there to Carter. Well, Carter says, no, I want 5 points because Pete said if I get 4 points from every attacker, that will win most games. Well, I'm going to upset him and say 5.
Yeah, well, Ed Pike's got 4 and 1 by my stats. Carter there just getting that. Look, there's no one even standing on him hardly, and he's going to put that away every time. Nice shot.
Beautiful shot.
Kept it low. Right, snuck in right on the post.
And we've got 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. It is Brighton 20, Woodville 8. And Brighton are heading off to the big dance next week at the Woodville Lacrosse Club. A legal procedure here as Attenborough wins another one.
So now they're just going to hold the ball. I said that last time and they scored. So
I don't know that Brighton ever hold the ball.
No, that's true.
Just quietly.
They are a very aggressive team at the goal.
So ball now rotates back. Man goes down up the top as the great takedown. Oh, little. That's nearly something very special right at the end there. Ball to be won is won. Great pick up there from Dallisson. Dallisson down on the bottom corner. Now rotates it back to Carter. Carter, has he got another little BTB pass on him? 28 seconds left. Oh, good save from Feleppa. Up again. Oh, nice take and gets pushed into the crease. And Liam says, Sean says, Liam, leave the ball, please. I will take this one. Oh, no, what's he done?
Oh, he's hamming.
No, has he got a cramp? Yep, cramp.
Yeah.
Okay, that cramp monster tonight. Oh, good save there from Barker as he just gets put down there as well. And just send it long, just like that, straight down in the middle. And good save there. And that will run the game out here, Peter Greenhouse. Brighton 20, Woodville 8. And they're off to play Glenelg next week in the Lacrosse South Australia Men's State League Grand Final.
Yeah, congratulations to Brighton. They just dominated all over the field. They, particularly in that third quarter, just so aggressive at the goal in attack and really stingy in defence. They just put on a bit of a clinic, I think, and it just goes to show the field. Take the top 2 teams, Glenelg and Brighton, they're basically standing on their own. And then you've got Woodville and Sturt. Well, Sturt didn't really put up a show last week, and then the rest. So these 2 teams, Glenelg and Brighton, are the standout and have been for many, many years. And we're gonna see another classic game next week, I reckon.
We are indeed, as the Glenelg boys start to come out of their corporate box up there. Who have we got up on the camera tonight, Jade? Jade and Penner doing a fantastic job as we see all the replays here. And as does Scott and Blake behind here. It's almost summer, boys. We almost need some sunscreen out here at the North Adelaide Lacrosse Club. As I don't think I've been in shorts and T-shirts. Well, not that I'm in shorts, Pete, but yeah.
As the boys do their cheers, Tone, and we look at the replays, I'm just going to go through the goal scorers. Brighton winning 20 goals. Anson Carter with 5 in the end. Ed Pike 4 and 2. Will Dallisson 4. So the 3 attackers doing their job. Matt Fuss 2 and 3. Jack Woodford 2 and 1. Jackson Stock 1 and 2. Hamish Mathwin 1 and 1. And Riley Attenborough with 1. And for Woodville, Dan Feleppa with 3 goals and a bunch of penalties. Harry Walsh with 2 and 1. Sean Feleppa 1 and 1. Anthony Green 1 and 1. Antonin Gottwald with 1. And Ollie Walsh with just the 1 assist. So a whole bunch of goal scorers there. But Brighton 20-8, Tone.
Yep. And but stay tuned to the Australian Lacrosse Network because we have another huge game coming up here. Last year, well, Woodville did a job on Glenelg and didn't allow them to get to the grand final. First time in a while. Are they going to do it again tonight, or are Glenelg going to have revenge in 2025? We'll find out that very shortly. Pete, you'll be back with me on the commentary for that. Look forward to that, buddy.
Yep, thanks for having me tonight, and yeah, looking forward to that game.
And to Blake, Scott, Jaden, and everyone at home who's been watching on the Australian Lacrosse Network, my name has been Tony Watts, and we'll see you very soon. Until the sticks are swinging, catch you then.